has...
You didn't know?
You can say we are the in crowd.
They got 2 words for you!
Acknowledge us.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Stadium Rant proudly presents to you the most electrifying wrestling show in the world. We are your hosts. I'm the Bake Show, Shake and Bake. That's the Nard Dog. Bernard Green, that's the Professor. Nicholas Mullick. And then I did it the same thing last time. Down there is King Will. Logging it down. As always, we are the Ringside Boys. Got a lot to talk about tonight. Big show looming this Saturday. We will be live reacting. We got some special news about that later on in the show. King Will is feeling generous, and he'll talk about that plenty later. We got some new tag team champions in the women's division. NXT had another hell of a show. It's kind of getting to the point where maybe we're in can't miss territory for NXT. Like, things are starting to get that good with some of the things going on down there. And some interesting things to tie into the Elimination Chamber contest itself. Both men's and women's matches. There's a few other matches thrown in there and a very important segment that could change the landscape of WWE as we know it. But before we get to any of it, gentlemen, how you doing?
What a week.
Man, crazy week. I got lots to say on the show. Lots to say.
Feeling pretty good. I'm glad to see all you guys tonight.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's just get it kicked off. I talked about this. The new women's tag team champions have been crowned. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are the new women's tag team champions. They beat Bianca and Naomi. They are still ultimately denying that they had anything to do with Jade Cargill's attack, and I tend to, for once, agree and believe Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Doesn't happen often, but this time I think the stars align just like they did for them on Monday night. And this is something we kind of went back and forth about. Whatever. Something happened in the women's tag division. That's good, right? That's something, to look at and say, okay, something happened. It allows Judgment Day to kind of, have a little bit more momentum as we head towards WrestleMania, a little bit something on their side. So, I mean, it's not all bad. I got into a little Twitter interaction with the Through the Ropes podcast, if you want to check them out. And I was like, well, how do we feel about Monday Night Raw? And they replied they were disappointed. And I was like, well, talk to me. Like, what are we feeling here? Like, why are we crying into pillows? Because he sent me like a GIF with someone crying into a pillow. I was like, talk to Shake. Tell me what's going on. And he's like, well, I just really thought Jade was going to be a part of it, if in some shape or form. I was like, you know what? That's fair. I wasn't necessarily expecting it, but I had that thought as well. If the titles were going to change, I believe I kind of talked about this. I thought Jade was going to be the reason that Naomi and Bianca lost, because one of them actually attacked Jade, and that's how they were going to lose the belts. And that didn't happen. It would have seemed to make the most sense, especially now that we're getting reports Jade is cleared to return to in-ring competition. So I don't know. Cool. Good for Liv and Raquel, but yeah, kind of weird. It is good something happened, but yeah.
Let me start by saying this. That's not the worst part of Monday Night Raw. We'll get to that in a little bit. First off, I'm not shocked that Raquel and Liv won. It was expected. Does it help or hurt their division? I don't really know how to. If I could get
I
a
don't
clear
think it's
answer to
any
that.
better or worse than it was
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah, because there's
or
no division.
Monday.
There's still no division. And if WWE cared about this women's tag division, why did you release Isla Dawn? Like that's one of the only few women's tag teams, and you cut half of them. And where the heck is Alba Fry been? Like Fire, same thing. But where the hell has she been?
No.
What do you
she
mean,
was
no?
supposed to fry and fire. She was in the women's intercontinental. She was in the women's intercontinental championship tournament, and that was the last we saw of her. So that don't know. Her tag team partner did, and then the Pure Fusion Collective, as much as we didn't like them, is now even like blown apart, and it's just I don't know. People like Liv Morgan and maybe that, but people like Bianca Belair, but then they stop caring. Why? It's not Bianca, it's the belts.
Yep, burn them. Put them in the incinerator and burn the ashes. No, going back to what I was saying, I'm not shocked. But the more thing I'm more surprised is Jade Cargill didn't get involved. Jade Cargill didn't cost them the championships. So I don't know what other better way to bring back Jade Cargill is. And to be honest, I've been disappointed with her. I've said this many times. I've been disappointed with her from her AEW transition to WWE. It's not been great. And I feel like they've kind of wasted a year of Bianca's prime with this. Like, there's a reason why I wanted her to win the Royal Rumble, because I wanted her to win it, to get rid of this tag belts, and that she can go back to singles competition. I will say this, though. The only true positive in this is that Raquel won. She's like one of my favorites during NXT back in the day. And I'm finally glad she gets a belt. But I just don't know where they go from here. I mean, I kind of really don't care about this feud. I like whatever they do with Jade, and like I love Bianca. I just don't care about Jade and Naomi. I really don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Bernard, what do you got?
Well, for one, I guess congratulations to Liv and Raquel winning the tag team title for a third time. I didn't know that they held it the first 2 times. I thought this is the second reign, but it's the third reign. But congratulations to them. And Shake Bake, I was agreeing with you. I must agree with you in the Over Top Rope podcast as well, because I've been thinking, here's what WWE should have done with this, and probably all you guys would agree with me. During the match, during the match with Bianca and Naomi and Liv, they're in the match, and then next to not Raquel, or somehow the video got leaked of who really attacked Jade Cargill, which it could be Naomi or Bianca. It could be it could be either one of the two.
I think it's Naomi personally. I want it to be Jordan Grace, but I think it's Naomi.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the video leaked out during the match. And then either during the match or after the match. After the match was over. I'll say after the match was over. The video leaked out of who really attacked Jade. And then Jade comes out and confronts either one of them, and then one of them hauls out the ring to the backstage. And I said that's how that feud kickstart to WrestleMania. I thought that would at least play it out like that. But who knows? It still have time and all. But the women's tag team division, like you said, it's just absolute garbage. Number one, there's no division. When they did have a division, basically half the women's division got released or got fired. Like I said, it's only legit tag teams was like the Kabuki Warriors, Sasha Banks and Bailey, Unholy Union, and some other tag teams throwing there. I forget who the Iconics and some other ones.
Oh, I forgot about the Iconics.
Yeah,
I'll never forget about the Iconics.
Iconics.
They were iconic, and what a great move it was to break those two up, because they had potential, but It was so stupid, and they gave Billie Kay that stupid resume gimmick where she was going over to everyone and giving. It was so stupid.
Yes, it still
the
was.
the reason why this failed from the get go was, and let's be real, they only gave the tag belts to make Sasha and Bailey be quiet because they wanted this for a while, and they nagged Johnny Ace, People Power, to get women's tag team belts, and they basically gave it to them just to shut them up. No plan, no nothing, no story, no division. These belts shouldn't even be a thing if you have no division. And my advice, like I said, burn the ashes. Burn the ashes again. Put it in the Paul Bearer urn. Burn
Basically
the Paul
cremate 'em.
Bearer urn. Cremate the urn. And then
Oh, wow.
basically throw everything there right into the dumpster.
Wow. And also, too, I got something else to you, three of us. I think it's I've been thinking earlier today, too. It's like, what to make the titles prestigious like this? The women's tag team titles, the women's United States Championship, which I think Chelsea Green is doing great, by the way, and the women's Intercontinental Championship. I want
Horrible
to ask y'all
booking,
this.
too.
I want to ask all three of you guys this. I've been thinking about this. In order to make the title prestige and have like a first ever champion, if you bring in a new championship involved inside the wrestling business, in order to make it prestige, don't you think it's best to put it on a heel character first, so that way it'll make the baby face hunger, it be even more hunger to take the title off the heel character in order to make the title prestige. I mean, more prestigious. What are y'all thoughts on that?
It depends on who the person is. It really does. Because look at the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins was heading into one of the biggest babyface booms we've seen in a while with his
Right.
new song as the World Heavyweight Champion. And would that heel AJ Styles have gone to the same heights as Seth Rollins? I love AJ. No.
And I think
I don't think that next babyface that took it off of him would have been in the same spot that Gunther is in. Now that, to be honest, we can get into that, but that's a different conversation. But I think it really, really, truly depends on the person. It really does. Like Brock Lesnar was a great person for that new undisputed title.
Right.
Absolutely. And let me continue by saying this, Bernard. It depends on who is super over and the story of, like, I'll give you an example. Remember when the brand split returned again? I think it was 2016, and Heath Slater was an undrafted free agent, and he was going off of brand, and the SmackDown Tag Team Championships were doing like a tournament, and the only way for Heath Slater to get that contract was to win those belts. Him and Rhino were the tag belts, and they were getting over at that time. Like, let's be real. After they won that, like, they went into job status, like being as jobbers. But they were the first SmackDown Tag Champs when the brand split returned. They were over as heck, and it made sense storyline wise to give it to them. So my answer for you is it depends on the story and
the person.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
What do you think, Will?
Well, let's first go back to the first story. The reason Jay didn't get involved on Monday night is because she's going to be involved in the chamber. Let's say the final two is Bailey and Bianca, or Bianca and Roxanne. I still hold that Roxanne's going to win the chamber. She should have won the Rumble. Bianca's going to be about to pin Roxanne, and all of a sudden the real video is going to play on the board, and Cargill's going to walk out, enabling somebody to pin Bianca. But as far as your question about the belt, I have to agree. It depends on the story. If you get the belt to the wrong heel, you're going to kill the belt. Also, I think we might have saw the beginning of a new women's tag team on Monday night. Don't be shocked if you see Lyra and Dakota form a tag.
Well, I think it's because Damage Control is still injured. Kyrie's out. I don't think she's going to return anytime soon. I don't know what's going on with Asuka. I thought she was going to be back at this point. And
She's taking her time.
Probably.
But that doesn't like answer any like solve any issues like that the professor was talking about. More groups of two random women together is not a division. Like there's no, it's like, hey, these two women, they wanted to kill each other over the Women's Intercontinental Championship 2 weeks ago. They're friends now, and they're gonna go after gold together. So
I
that's
have to
fine.
disagree. Some of the greatest tag teams of all time started off as opponents.
So you
You
say
have to-
Kyrie and Oscar?
No, I'm saying Dakota Kai and Lyra could form one incredible tag team.
I don't think it's.
They're not gonna.
I don't think it's not with Damage Control's. Like, I don't think Damage Control is broken up yet. So I think once like we start to see the cracks of, because I think Damage Control should have been broken up a year ago. That's just my opinion. But once we see the cracks, maybe you can think of it. But Lyra is still the Intercontinental Champion. By the way, WWE, you better book her better, because the booking has been. Oh my god.
It's like I told you the other. It's like I told you the other day. I vote no confidence in Triple H.
Oh no! And you want to know why people in the women's division is angry about this? I mean, heck, they gave the Royal Rumble winner to Charlotte in the Bank, and they're trying to book her as a face.
Fans aren't buying it.
Oh, no kidding! No kidding! I mean, Tiffany Stratton to me is more of the face than Flair. Yet they're booking Flair as the face of this feud.
I mean, she did just kind of, after Tiffany got beat up, she did just sit in a chair like an asshole, just hovering over her. That wasn't very friendly babyface stuff.
That's fair, but WWE has made her cut. By the way, she's a terrible promo. I've said this for years. Charlotte Flair is awful at cutting a promo. Get the microphone out of her hands. She sounds like an absolute AI robot. Like, awful promo. And she better never do that moonsault outside of the ring ever again. That's also awful too. But like they've made her cut promos like as a face, and they had Tiffany Stratton cut promos as a heel, and yet in Elimination Chamber they're having her tag with a Hall of Fame talent in Trish Stratus, who's coming back in Canada, and you're having her face off against Nia Jax, who, oh by the way, botched two times in her last match, and then you have Candice LeRae. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's
Sick Queens is worse. Sick Queens is worse. JC,
it's a pivot. It has to be a pivot because it was initially that, but Tiffany Stratton, she's so insanely over with this Tiffy time stuff, and now she's going to be paired with Trish Stratus. The only way she could go heel is if she starts beating the hell out of Trish Stratus, which I do not see happening. And now Charlotte's starting to act like a heel again, and I think that's the way it needs to be.
And by the way, Tiffany Stratton leaves WrestleMania as the champion. Charlotte should not beat Tiffany at that show.
But it's going to happen, though.
It shouldn't.
I agree with Bernard.
It shouldn't happen.
You're right. It shouldn't
happen.
It shouldn't happen, but guess what? It's going to happen. You know why?
That's not going to do wonders for Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte Flair doesn't need this belt. She does not. Have Tiffany Stratton hold on to this belt a few more months. Do not have her take the pin at Mania. Have Tiffany Stratton win. I do not want to see Charlotte as champion again. Because watch, here's what they'll do. They'll have Charlotte in the Bank win the match and have another lengthy reign because Ric Flair wants her to beat his title reign.
Come on, SummerSlam, Stratton versus Flair 2. Tiffy, it's Tiffy time.
I don't want to see that.
If I was booking it, I would have Tiffy squash Charlotte at Mania.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Make her look vulnerable. Make her look, yeah.
Like seriously,
I don't know.
I do not want to see Charlotte win at Mania. If they do
By the way, I'm going to predict that at Mania, Gunther squashes Jay relatively quickly and the match is over like that.
No way. No, I think they're going to have Jay escape that.
I saw that on Twitter today.
I think Jay's gonna escape Mania with that belt. I mean, I don't think it would.
He can't wrestle.
I disagree. I mean,
Not as a singles wrestler.
Yeah, but he's.
I disagree.
He's-
What do you? What? I just don't understand when people are like, he can't wrestle. The fuck are you looking for? Like, he's not Daniel Bryan. That's fine. Like, I don't know. It's just like, because he doesn't look like a guy that is just like should be that world heavyweight championship type of guy. He's like I don't like. And
He's
maybe
not
he's
the
too
worst.
goofy. Like I really genuinely don't understand this upswell of like fuck Jey Uso. There's been such an underbelly of the internet that's like, oh my god, I can't believe Jey won the Royal Rumble. He can't be a world champion. Oh my god, this is an absolute disgrace. He's worked his ass off for over a decade. He was the beginning of Roman Reigns' amazing Universal title reign. That's where that bloodline stuff began, by the way, was Jey Uso as a singles wrestler, by the way. And now he's getting a chance to do it on his own. He's the most over superstar on the roster. I don't care that he's not Daniel Bryan, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega. I do not care. He's Jey Uso. He does yeet. Yeet is fun. I like fun. And he's not horrible in the ring. He's not. He gets over and he does enough in the ring and it's fun. And I think sometimes we need fun. And if Jey Uso hasn't earned it at this point, he's never going to freaking win a world championship.
I'll tell you what wasn't fun. That entire Alpha Academy bollocks they pulled with Gunther. Oh,
it wasn't supposed to be.
God, terrible. Terrible.
I thought it was terrible Monday, but now that I've had time to think about it, and I read Shake's comments, it actually makes sense.
No, it
I
doesn't.
get why they did it.
No,
he
it doesn't.
still doesn't. He still doesn't. He just doesn't like it. I don't know.
First off, if you're gonna have this whole thing, why have Akira Tozawa have offense and try to pin Gunther?
That was stupid.
That was
awesome.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my god, you guys are such haters.
No,
I saw Tozawa.
I'm not a hater.
Gunther was sleeping on him. And Tozawa was like, nah, man, I'm going to get you. And he hit him with that Tozawa Fury. And then he got his ass beat. And that's what, like, I don't understand what was so bad about that. I loved it.
I do.
Let me tell you.
Like, come on. Like, this is Gunther here. And let's be real.
Psychologically, it makes sense, too.
No, if you were going to have all this nonsense, which, by the way, why are these guys called Alpha Academy still after they've broken up with Chad Gable?
That might be the best point in this argument.
What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking? You really need you're begging me to shake my dang computer right now.
Psychologically, it makes sense.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. If you're going to have this happen, use Otis, someone that the fans like, because I could care less.
The hell out of Otis.
I care less about Akira Tozawa, who is lucky to still have a job in WWE, and Maxine Dupree too. She's lucky she has a job in WWE. She's terrible as well.
I agree with that.
Why are you having Gunther why are you having Tozawa have offense against Gunther and almost pin him? Like, what are we doing here?
My perspective is, and then Shake Bait, we gotta go to the next topic. My perspective is that here's this right. Okay, Gunther just said last week that he's tired of he's tired of having to be in the ring with people who's not worthy of lacing his boots. Okay, so you saying that you basically hyping Tozawa's head up because of the fact that you want to make yourself look so big and bad, where really it makes you look like a dumbass if you really look at it. Because he is like,
that's the point.
It makes him look bad though.
Shake.
That's the point. He's not supposed to look good. He's the bad guy.
But this makes him look worse. Oh, terrible. Terrible.
I I might go back
Are
and look
we
at the match.
fundamentally disagreeing on what a heel is supposed to do?
No.
The heel
Is
isn't
that what's happening? Because it feels like that's what's happening. He did heel shit. He beat the shit out of a guy that had no business being in there.
and
He
nobody
picked on
cares
him.
about. No one cares about
Did
this.
you hear the crowd reaction, bro?
Did you
They
hear?
went nuts
Did you
the
hear
whole
the
time.
stupidity? Did you hear the stupidity of having our Akira Tozawa almost pin your World Heavyweight Championship? Like, what are we doing?
That's your opinion. Everybody in that arena loved it.
I don't think
It's
so.
you versus
I
at
don't
least
think so.
15,000.
I don't think so. I don't.
Watch the clip and listen.
I did.
He did heel shit.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid heel stuff that we don't care about. I'm more focused on Jey Uso.
And Jay came down to save them both.
But why? It's stupid. They
Because
have
he's being the
no
super
relationship
face.
with each other. None. Oh,
I loved it. I had a great time.
I had a
Shit.
great time. I had a great time going to the bathroom and just like trying to yell out like, "What are we doing here?" Gunther's been poorly booked since he held that championship. I mean, he really has.
Poorly booked. I also don't think he's rise to the occasion the way he should. If
No. Hey, it's on Gunther. Gunther needs to step up and be who he used to be.
I don't know what happened to him. Ever
He
since
used to be
Imperium was
dominant.
gone, Vinci. Oh, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to say that because if I ever see this man and I say he might cave my chest in.
No,
like,
not only will it cave your chest in, it's gonna leave a mark so bad that it's gonna take like weeks to heal, and you're gonna need like special type of medicine to clear it out.
Yeah, I would need like I don't even know. I would need like permanent. I would not permanent. I would need like bandages on my chest 24/7 for like a month.
Oh, like those rib bandages. Like if you break what's the thing called? Like the thing that wraps around
Ace bandage. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I love you, Shake.
I love you too, buddy. And now something else that's going to get me pissed off. Bernard, why don't you talk to us about what's happening in NXT with the two women's titles?
So we're watching NXT. So Stephanie Victor successfully defeated Carmen Petrovich to retain her newly won NXT Women's North American Championship. Congratulations to you, amiga. And then after she won, Julia came out to the ring and she said basically she wants to challenge her to the match, see who's the real bad women in WWE. Stephanie Victor said, me and you are friends, but that's the whole purpose of her both coming to NXT to see who's the absolute best. So they both had their titles up in the air. And then later on in the show, Sarah Strawberg interviewed Ava, and Ava said that it is official, is that two women, Stephanie Victor versus Julia in 2 weeks at Roadblock. Roadblock, where title versus title, everything is on the line, winner takes all. Now, at first, I tweeted about it myself. I was all for it. I was all for the match and all, but then does it really make sense?
No,
I don't think so. It makes sense, but it appears that I read this morning. I don't know if you guys read it or not, that Julia is dealing with an injury.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know what the outcome of the match is. I don't know. Haven't read no spoilers. Well, I did, but I'm not going to tell you. So I don't know what's going to happen. That just hearsay, nearsay. But I think it's taken away from the mid card division for the women, for both either Julia or Stephanie Victor holding both titles. That's how I look at it. Like I said, I was on board with it at first, but does it really make sense? And does either woman has to have two titles in order to run the division? And I say at first, I think it doesn't make sense. What do you guys think?
Can I be honest? And you'll probably agree with me. I don't really like unification matches. especially when it comes to like a top title and a mid card belt. The only unification match that I liked is Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania. That was that was a really good one. It was a generational match, and it made sense why they did it because Warrior was over as heck and Hogan was over as heck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
JC just stole the words out of my mouth, and I'm just gonna show this right here.
Yeah.
You just brought in this belt.
Yeah.
Like, why are we going to unify? What's the whole point of doing it if you're going to unify the belts? And you got so much talent in this division. You really do. Do we really have to have two titles be held hostage by one person when you have a stacked division? In fact, if it was me, I would have Sol Ruka as one of the champions. Like, I really would. And
Or Lash Legend.
Or Lash Legend, which, but by the way, wasn't she
yeah.
part of a tag team with what was
Metaphor?
Was it Jakari Jackson?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are they on the main roster or are they still in NXT?
They're still in NXT, but WWE themselves, they're taking their time with them. I read, so at least they're doing something right.
Okay.
They don't need.
Okay.
They've been on SmackDown because of the women's tag belts.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. This brand split thing's like it's
This brand split thing is stupid.
It is
Women's
stupid.
tag belts is all three: NXT, Raw, and SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Because I lose brain cells thinking about it. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have a stroke every time I think about it. That's why I stopped commenting on. Isn't this guy a SmackDown superstar? Why is he on Raw? You know what? Who cares?
They
But
wanted to see him.
going back to this match, I did not know coming into this that Julia was injured. I thought that the plan was Julia, because Julia said she wants to go to the main roster ASAP. And I thought the plan was to get that belt off of her so that she can go to the main roster. But now that she's injured, I don't know how badly she's injured or where the injury is, but the fact that she's injured kind of makes this like make a little more sense because like booking wise it's going to be tough to come up the fly quickly, so that's probably why they did the unification thing. But I gotta be honest, with how stacked that women's division is, Sol Ruka, Jakari Jackson, Jada Parker, Jordan Grace,
Lola Vice,
Lola Vice, yes, I was going to say Roxanne
Nikita Lyons.
Oh no, she's terrible. Get her off my TV. Get her off my TV. That's why when you said NXT was great, nah. As long as she's on the TV, goodbye. Bye.
Well, hey, listen, you got her on NXT, then you got Maxine on Raw. So what are we looking at here?
Two terrible wrestlers. That's what
you know what I'm saying. Like NXT, not right up there with one of the better shows right now.
I will say this though, Maxine did get put on the main roster way too early. Like, she got on way too early. Not good, but she's still very green. But I'm sorry, we're getting off topic here. Point is, you have a very, very, very gigantic depth, like a whole lot of women's wrestlers in that division. You got a ton of depth. You mean to tell me you can't have one of them step up, take that belt?
Yeah.
Like, come
That's
on.
why I was annoyed about it, because we got a lot more stuff to do.
Sorry.
But no, it's fine. He got spirited there, and that's fine. It was fun.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
What if Stephanie Victoria did the same thing Keith Lee did? He won the NXT and a North American Championship, but he had to drop the North American Championship in order to be the top guy. Stephanie Victoria might do the same thing.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I just don't like it because it's a newer title. That North American title at that point was already a little bit more established.
That's true.
And that's what they had to do because they wanted Keith Lee's NA title reign to mean something, but they didn't necessarily want to give him like the longest reign ever of all time. So they're like, why don't we do this? And I think if that's the plan, like, okay, fine. If after all of it, she drops the NA title, and then we get another women's North American championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver, I'd be there for that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I guess we
yeah.
will take some time and let's see.
Man, Keith Lee, what could have been? I mean, I think he's still dealing with health issues for AEW, but if he apparently like, oh my God, Jesus,
that's actually really funny.
Okay, I'm putting this up there. Titles granted permission to go on any show, just like having an issue with another superstar if you want to sleep in on Monday or you like the coffee better on Raw. That is so true. I mean, I hate coffee
feeling that week, but
I mean,
Can we invite JC to join us on camera Saturday night?
Well, we'll have to figure out if he's free.
Oh, he's always invited.
Are you
it's just
free?
if he's free or not. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Listen, a couple more quick things we got to touch on for NXT. Then we really got to get into these Elimination Chamber predictions. Luckily, there's not too many matches, so it shouldn't be too bad. Two quick notes. Moose and Oba Femi has been made official. Moose came out and blitzkrieged Lexus King out of his boots. It was a pretty good match. I enjoyed that. But Moose looked good, defended the X Division title proudly. And now it's going to be Moose versus Oba, and it's something we're really, really excited for. Quick thoughts on that, gents.
Moose. That's all I'm going to say.
Moose. I love Moose. He's one of my favorite. I said before, I'll say it again. He's one of my favorite parts about TNA right now. Like,
yeah,
he is really great, and I'm so happy he got an opportunity on a WWE brand to actually wrestle. I've been begging for this for many years, so it's great. And him and Obafemi are going to kill it in the ring. They really are.
That's going to be awesome. Bernard, what do you got?
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for this match, man. Like two behemoths in the ring at the same time. I think they've been going at it for a while. Well, at least Moose been going at Oba for a while before this whole TNA NXT partnership was going on and all. But I can't wait for this match, and I must say I got to go with Obafemi on this one.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up winning if I had to pick.
Yep.
I think so. But hey, Trey, I didn't see you in the chat. What's up, pal?
Oh yeah, Trey, the winner of our first ever giveaway, which we could kind of talk about here. And there's one piece of news we could save till next week. I want to make sure we get all the predictions in. It's something that's news that will not go away. We'll definitely be seeing more of that. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Got a little bit something different going on for you today. Little selection of what we got here, folks. Bada bing. And that's how we do it.
Whoa,
just like that.
That?
I'm a magician. I'm a wizard with computers.
Dude, if you're this much of a wizard, do I have to worship you?
Yes, please. Never stop. By sending me $50 each week directly to my Venmo, and then we'll take it from there. So here we go. Elimination Chamber starting off down at the very bottom, working our way up to the top. If you want to follow along with us, here we go. Match first. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, an unsanctioned match. The work is that Sami Zayn is not cleared medically to perform. And so Adam Pearce said, you can have the match, but we're wiping our hands clean. It's on you, buddy. It's an unsanctioned match. Haven't had one in a while. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn never disappoint. Gentlemen, how do you feel about the unsanctioned match this Saturday night?
You know,
Sammy, you better know what you're doing.
That too. You want to know what would make this match better? If Kevin Owens won the title from Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey's getting in on it now. Shake the Wizard King.
Where's my hat? I need a fancy hat.
Oh, you need one of those like Mickey Mouse wizard hat things.
All right.
Talking about the match, though, Randy Orton's absolutely coming back to interfere in this match. Let's just get that out of the way. And the plan is Orton versus Kevin Owens. That's the plan. And if I were to guess here, I think Sammy wins with Randy Orton coming in, RKOing Kevin Owens. That's just me. I'm going to predict Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that. I go Sammy. I think Kevin's on a little bit of a roll here. I think this will set him over the edge, and he'll probably get the win at WrestleMania if him and Randy go at it. That's where I'm following the trail here. Anybody else got some predictions?
I have a prediction and a decree.
Sure.
So Saturday night, by decree of the king, whoever's the most active, and it might be Trey again, it could be JC. Whoever's the most active in the chat Saturday night during the chamber, I will buy any WWE t-shirt of your choice. T-shirt, not belt.
Yeah.
But I do believe Sami Zayn's going to win because of interference from Randy Orton, although I think Randy Orton's going to win at WrestleMania as well.
I have a question, though. I'm looking at this WWE website. I can't. Why do they have just the Elimination Chamber, but just like one chain and a weird background? I can't find. I don't understand that. I can't see anything there.
Yeah, I like Trey's comment.
Bernard,
boy.
who you got?
So it'd be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
But like I said, Sami Zayn better know what he's doing. He better hope Randy Orton help to interfere in that match. So I got Sami Zayn winning.
He said you better save your soul. I agree. I'd love to see KO versus Randy in a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
Imagine
awesome.
if Dark Side of the Ring does the Hell in a Cell episode, because I believe Dark Side of the Ring will be live at that time. Imagine if they do the Hell in a Cell match and they actually do Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell and WrestleMania. I think that would be
different now.
It's different now. More.
We don't throw people off of that thing anymore.
Well, Kevin Owens,
Rikishi.
No, Kevin Owens has taken a few bumps up there too.
Oh no, yeah, has he been thrown off it though?
Yes.
Shane McMahon jumped off of it.
He did jump off of it and then went through a table.
For the love of mankind. Terrible scripted line.
Hey, listen, I like it. We got one, chat. Will was talking about the giveaway. If you're live active in chat, he will get one of you fine folks a t-shirt. Trey won our last giveaway. That one was sponsored by Stadium Rant. This is by King Will himself, the generous individual. We will not deduct you points for not being active during this match. We understand. We get it. Trish will keep me interested in it. I also love Tiffany Stratton. It's almost unfortunate that it's not Trish versus Tiffy, because I'd kind of be locked into that. But yeah, it's Nia and Candace versus Tiffy and Trishy.
Yeah, this is the bathroom break. This is the bathroom match.
You know why Trish Stratus picked this want to work this match? Because she did say she want to get squashed by Nia, so that's why she's in this match. But I got Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus winning this match.
If anybody wants to wake up with the headache Sunday, take a shot every time Nia messes up a move.
Oh God,
Nia's going to get you.
I mean, I don't drink, so how is that even possible? I don't even have booze or alcohol in the house. Like I just drink water, milk, and orange juice. Like I really don't drink.
Okay, listen, let's get through this one. Everybody make a pick, and then we can go on.
Yeah. Tiffany and Trish Stratus, because Stratus is in Toronto and she's getting the win. Screw Nia Jax. Let's move on.
Same. Anybody disagree?
Once, twice.
No! Alrighty then. Moving on to the women's elimination chamber match.
PC, no, we need you. You can't do that.
I will have alcohol poisoning. Listen, JC tried to get me in one. He's like, "Oh, Shake, you have a drink at the Royal Rumble?" Yeah, take a drink every time there was a kip up. I was done for after the first Royal Rumble match. Elimination Chamber women's style. Roxanne Perez, Bailey, Naomi, Bianca, Liv Morgan, and Alexa Bliss. Gentlemen, take it away. How do we feel about the Women's Elimination Chamber match? I think we may have 4 different answers.
Liv
I
Morgan.
got Bianca Belair.
We have 3 different answers. Maybe 2.
I'll give you my reasoning. Definitely not Bailey, definitely not Roxanne, because those two are going to face each other at Mania. Liv's champion, so no. I think Jade Cargill is going to get involved with Naomi and Bianca, so those two are out.
Yeah.
I'll go wild card Alexa Bliss here.
We have 3 different answers. I agree
You
with
got
King
Shake?
Will. I think Liv Morgan is going to pull a Charlotte Flair and piss everybody off by winning the Elimination Chamber and facing Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
not
And
again.
people are going to be so upset, and then Rhea's going to stomp her pretty little face in, and then we're all going to really be
Not
really,
again.
really happy about
I
that.
don't want to see that match again, please.
I
God.
don't either. I'd rather see Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, but that is not happening.
Guys, is there a possibility one of these 6 get injured and somebody gets subbed in?
I've seen rumors of that more and more, that Jade may do that to somebody, potentially Roxanne.
I don't think it's going to be Roxanne, because you got to build up Roxanne and Bailey, who are going to have a WrestleMania match.
That's fair. I guess
I
Alexa
would, if
would
she
be the
doesn't
odd
to
person.
anybody, I think it'd be Liv.
Probably.
If
That's
she
my
was the one who attacked her, yeah, I guess that would make
Maybe.
sense. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, I still think that WWE has some sinister Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley WrestleMania plot. It seems like that has been the plan all along, but we'll see. I would not mind being wrong about that. Let's just call that what it is. Now, moving along to the second to last thing we have to talk about here, gentlemen, the men's Elimination Chamber match. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, my GOAT, the man I can see, and Nicholas is a hater, so he can't see him.
I'm not a hater.
I'm just messing with you. John Cena, and some people's GOAT, not mine, still respect him, have gotten to really appreciate him again. CM Punk.
Yeah,
I could see Cena.
Dude, if I was such a hater, I wouldn't make him my pick. I'm going Cena.
Wow.
I'm going to say Cena, but it ultimately doesn't matter.
Why do you say this?
Because of the next topic we're about to talk about, I'm going to say the winner of this match ultimately won't matter.
Oh, right. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Teaser. I like it. He listens to radio. He knows what a tease is. Yeah, you know, the last time we had 3 different answers, chat, we have 1 different answer. We all think John Cena is going to win. I have a looming suspicion that he will not. I think somehow CM Punk's favor with Paul Heyman will somehow play out here. Don't know how. Just have some weird feeling about it. Oop.
Is Bernard trying to act like John Cena right now?
You can't see me.
Yeah.
No, he was probably trying to act like that Retribution 2.0 group in NXT right now. What the hell?
Dude,
What the hell was that?
Isaac is having an absolute field day on Twitter with that, by the way. Every he's like, wow, these guys, they kind of feel, I don't know what I like about these guys, but they feel familiar. And then the next week, he's like, I like these guys' style. And I'm like, yo.
Retribution 2.0.
Literally. But here's something I want to bring about with the chamber. And it's tough. And it's upsetting to me. And Nicholas brought it to my attention, and I've seen it several more times on the internet since then. Guys, what if John Cena doesn't win because of Logan Paul?
I could see that. Because
I would be so pissed off, and how perfect would that be for me to be upset about that? Like, that is the ultimate, that's the heel shit I'm talking about right there, and that's why I'm worried about it.
Yeah. By the way, since we're on Logan Paul, did you see that stupid tweet he made of when he slapped CM Punk and he basically claimed, "Oh, I don't make mistakes"? Really? What happened in Japan then? Was that not?
Yeah,
a mistake?
he's very dumb.
He's a piece of work. That's what he is. I mean, did you? I can't believe like.
Oh, that's another thing people didn't like on Monday was the Pumpkin Paul promo. I thought that was awesome.
I thought that was good. I mean, there are plenty of
It
other.
was good.
There were
Yeah,
plenty
some
other.
people were really upset about that.
Oh, I don't understand those people. I really don't. There's one more worst part that I don't remember if it happened. I think it happened on Raw too. We'll discuss it here. That Rock promo, like what a complete. Maybe it was on SmackDown.
It was SmackDown.
It was SmackDown, but yeah.
What are we doing here?
I know what we're doing.
I agree.
Cool.
I watched it again. It's playing what we're going. It's playing what's going to happen. Cody's going to tell him no, and it's the reason I said the Elimination Chamber won't matter. You're looking at the picture of your WrestleMania 41 main event on Sunday night, right there. The Rock versus Cody.
See, I don't know if I all the way agree. I didn't think it was meaningless. I like that. I like that there's this now omnipotent person. I think the soul snatching thing was a weird verbiage. I think that was a little corny, but I like that he's like, hey man, you do whatever I say and I'll make your wildest dreams come true. It's like the classic snake in the ear. It's the Adam and Eve, the forbidden and fruit. It's the tale as old as time thing that's playing out right now. And it's pretty cool. And I like it. I don't know if that's going to happen, what Will played out. I think I would like to see what Trey said. I would like to see Cody get scared and spooked by The Rock and remember what happened last year and how it took an army to beat him and overcome that last year. He's like, I don't know if I can do that again. And he gives in and goes full Homelander and just starts going crazy and starts doing The Rock's bidding.
I get what you guys are saying here, but
I need a heel Cody is what I'm saying.
Oh, heel Cody's great. Like I love heel. Like go back and watch heel Cody in the indie scene and in TNA and in Japan.
Yep,
I loved it.
Gold.
I don't think he's gonna go heel because he didn't.
A lot of kids like him.
And I don't think he wants to turn heel. If he did, we would have gotten heel Cody in AEW. That didn't happen. Let me just say one thing as well, too. That promo was so weird, and I don't think it makes any sense, especially with how he was beating Cody and going after him, and we're buddies now. That's not how that works.
Well, I mean, okay, so you've never seen this dynamic play out in movies or TV shows before? The big bad boss doesn't get what he wants, and the good guy overcomes him, so he tries to weasel his way back in any way he can, but he's still in that position of power.
I know, I get it. It's just the way he said it too, like, I want your soul, I want this.
That was I agree. That was weird, but
that was so
I like it. I think it's cool. I think it plays to the final boss character really well. I wouldn't be surprised if he inserted himself, like Will said. He tried to do it last year, and he actually made mention of that in his promo. He was like, that was supposed to be my main event, but you bitched and moaned. And then he was like talking about the Cody Crybabies again and stuff like that. But I don't know. I like that too. I don't think it was like a smash hit, over the top, best promo ever, but I thought it was very interesting.
Okay, so I could think of maybe 3 or 4 scenarios in my head of how this could play out. Let me start with the first 3. So if let's just say Cody Rhodes says no, no, I'm not doing it, Rock. I'm not doing it. You got Drew McIntyre, which he hates all of them, basically, especially CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and all of them. He could sell his soul to The Rock and have him say, hey, I'll do it. I want to be champion again. I was wrong. I was wrong by so many times by your cousins. And I want what's rightfully mine's back. So that's one scenario. Number 2, CM Punk. Remember that favor he said to how he asked Paul Heyman? That could play a factor into that. And he sell his soul to The Rock. And he becomes champion. Or scenario number 3.
I would love that.
Yeah. And see, all along, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins been warning us for months and months about this, about CM Punk, So that's scenario number two. Now let's go to scenario number three and shake big. You and I'm pretty not gonna like it. John Cena. John Cena, he said he wants to win championship number 17. He will win championship number 17. What if he do whatever it takes to win championship number 17? And let's not forget him and the Rock, there was rivals some, but see, they got so much respect for each other to the point where you know what? Hey, fuck it. I'll do it. I'm winning match 17. This is
So
my last year here in the WWE. So when I John Cena, so Drew McIntyre, John Cena, or CM Punk might do that. Or a fourth, Seth Rollins. What does Seth Rollins does it?
Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns will happen at WrestleMania 41. Remember that.
Oh shoot.
yeah,
Remember that.
I think that's what the plan is. I don't. So you're saying a potential Cena heel turn?
That'd be
Anything
cool.
can happen. Anything can happen.
Here's why
I would like it.
I would like it, but I think it's too little, too late with the Cena heel turn stuff.
I don't disagree with that.
I mean, I would love for it should have happened after the whole Nexus stuff, but Cena's like he pulled a that don't work for me, brother, and had his team beat the Nexus at SummerSlam, and that buried that whole thing. But I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it really would. I wouldn't really mind it at all. I like those scenarios. I think the CM Punk one though makes the most sense, cashing in on that favor, and maybe linking him up with The Rock, maybe. But I don't know.
It's interesting. A lot of things going on. A lot of things going on. Great show tonight, gentlemen. Had a lot of fun talking about a lot of stuff. Certainly a lot of clips to be had. If you didn't watch it live, you're just tuning in now. You can catch us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Also on YouTube, it will be there as soon as we hit end stream. It'll be there for you to watch from the beginning, so that's cool. Make sure to follow Stadium Rant and all the boys on all forms of social media. Drop a like and share with a friend. Check out StadiumRant.com for articles on your favorite teams, players, and leagues. As always, if you're not down with that, we got just 2 words for you. Acknowledge us.